Hi, everybody. Today we're going to use the Fab Four to read and analyze a story. When we read a story, it's really important that we stop and we think as we're reading the story. So here are four boxes that help keep me organized while I am reading. So it is called the Fab Four. In our first box, we have the word predict. And predictions can happen before you start reading the story, but they can also happen while you're reading a story. Predictions don't have to be correct, but they should be reasonable. My next box is question. You might stop and find a word that you don't know. You'll try to figure it out using any pictures that might be with your article, story, book, or you can use the context clues in that sentence and the sentences around it. You also might wonder what is happening in a certain part of a story. You can wonder those things aloud. Good readers think and question while they read. The next box is clarify. This is where we get the answer to those questions. I didn't get this word, so I looked at the picture and figured it out. I didn't get what was going on, so I reread the section and paid close attention to the details. And our last box is summarize. Summarize happens at the end of a story, and you tell what happened first, next, then, or last. The story we're going to read today, I found really interesting. It's called College Student Brings a Llama to His Sister's Wedding. So before we even begin, I want you to make a prediction. What do you think the story is going to be about? Do you think it is a real llama? Do you think it's a fake llama? Why did he bring a llama? Go ahead, make some predictions. I'll wait. All right, so here are my predictions. I think he brings like a piñata llama to his sister's wedding as a joke because I don't know. I can't even think of a place you would get a real llama, nor do I understand why you would bring a real llama. All right, so let's flip back over to the article. We're going to take a look. Here it is. College student brings llama and tuxedo to his sister's wedding. Um, so I can already take a look that my prediction was not correct, which is absolutely okay. Here is, it looks like a pretty real llama. So now, my next piece of my prediction was why? Why would you bring a llama to a wedding? I have no idea. It's so odd. So let's start reading. We're going to go back and forth between the story, the article, and the Fab Four. This article comes from newsela.com, which is an absolutely great website because you can search for really interesting, funny stories like this, but you can search by your reading level, by your interest. There's things about sports, political science. There was one just recently on Girl Scout cookies, so that one was a pretty good one too. It's newsela.com, and you'll see it right up in the corner. It is also free, which is my favorite. All right, let's get started. You can read along with me. A Cleveland college student pulled a stunt for the ages at his sister's wedding. It began with a promise made nearly half a decade ago. Mendel Weinstock, age 21, a student at the University of Akron, made a peculiar proposal to his sister Riva during a 2015 road trip from Ohio to Indiana. He would only attend her wedding, whenever it would be, with a llama in tow. He told USA Today that he was peeved that his sister was talking about her wedding as if it was going to happen the next day. All right, let's stop for a second. I see a word I don't know. It's right here, peeved. So I said that this would be a question box. I wonder what peeved means. I haven't heard it. I don't understand it. So let's reread these couple sentences to try to figure it out. Now, you're going to take information from the sentences, but also information that you know about your own life and experiences you have had. So I'm going to read starting here. He was peeved that his sister was talking about her wedding as if it was going to happen the next day. I have kids. I have a sister. If they were doing something, talking about something, maybe this word means, what do you guys think? Think of another word we could put into that spot. Yeah, like annoyed. Good job. He was annoyed his sister was talking about her wedding. All right, let's keep going. Riva, then 17 years old, didn't have any plans for getting married anytime soon. Eventually, she got so upset that she had said that the llama is invited to the wedding, he told USA Today. In October, Riva got engaged. Naturally, the plan she agreed to, perhaps as a joke, got pushed into full gear. Come March 1st, he stuck true to his promise, bringing a llama to the wedding. I'm going to stop there and pop over. I want to make some predictions, and I have some questions. They kind of go hand in hand for me right here. Okay, so he's going to bring a llama to a wedding. Fine. Let's make a prediction. Do you think his sister is going to be thinking it's really funny, be really annoyed, peeved herself? How do you think his parents are going to feel about this? And I wonder, where do you even get a tuxedo that's in that size? Where do you get a llama for that matter? What are some questions you have also? Great job. All right, let's get back to the story and see if I can get some of these questions answered. Ever since that day, I have promised her that I would bring a llama, he said. I fulfilled that promise. Weinstock rented a llama for a whole day for $400. A very good boy named Shocky. Okay, so we've got one of our questions answered. We clarified down here. Excellent job. Where were we? And persuaded a coworker to sew a tuxedo for the llama with a yarmulke to match. Ah, that was my other question, was where do you even get a tuxedo the right size and shape for a llama? So a coworker made it for him. That's pretty cool. And there is a word here I don't know. Yarmulke? I think we need to reread the sentence. And then I know there's a picture here that talks about the picture of the llama at the top. And this sentence does talk about the tuxedo. So Weinstock rented a llama for a whole day for $400 and persuaded a coworker to sew a tuxedo for the llama with a yarmulke to match. So let's look in the picture and see if we can find something in that the llama is wearing, a tuxedo to match, that we don't know what it is. So, okay, I see the tuxedo. I see this, but I also know that that's like a leash or a harness. Do you guys see anything else in the picture? Yeah, I see something on top of his head. Oh, that makes sense. That must be the yarmulke that matches his tuxedo. Okay, so we clarified. We had a question and we used the picture and words to help us figure it out. Awesome job. Let's go back. Let's see if we can find where we're at. She was shocked at first, but more impressed that I kept my promise from 5 years ago, Weinstock said. So let's stop here. I had wondered, and we were making predictions. Was his sister going to be mad? Was she going to think it was funny? So she was shocked and then impressed. Does she seem angry? No. Pretty good. I think that if my sons brought a llama to my daughter's wedding, yeah, I think she'd be pretty angry. How would you guys feel? Okay, let's keep going. Actually, before we keep going, I have a question. I'm going to look at my Fab Four again, and I think we need to make a prediction. So I know that at most places, animals aren't allowed. Sometimes service pets are. Like if you were blind and you had a seeing eye dog, you would be allowed to bring your dog inside with you. But this is a llama. It's a little different. It's also a joke. So are they going to be able to bring the llama inside? What do you guys think? All right. So we've made some predictions, questions, and wonders, clarifying. All of these things really go together. So let's pop back to the article and see if we can find out. They situated themselves in front of the banquet hall and took photos with guests. Before I go any further, I don't know what banquet hall means. I'm going to read the sentence again. I'll read the next sentence, and then we're going to go back up to the picture to see if we can figure it out. They situated themselves in front of the banquet hall and took photos with guests. Shocky wasn't allowed inside the premises, but hung outside for the whole wedding. Okay, there's some clues in there. Wasn't allowed inside, hung outside. Okay, and if I look at the picture, this building must be the banquet hall. I guess the banquet hall is, what would you guys think? Yeah, it's probably where the party is. Awesome. Okay, so we've also clarified something. Did they let the llama inside? No, they didn't. Let's keep reading. The llama stayed right up until the ceremony started, then left, he said. The photo of Weinstock siblings with their woolly companion amassed more than 150,000 upvotes on Reddit. I see a word here I do not know. Amassed. It doesn't have anything to do with the llama in the picture, but the photo of the llama. Okay. Let's think again. Let's see if we could figure out a different word while I reread the sentence that would go there. The photo of the Weinstock siblings with their woolly companion, blank, more than 150,000 upvotes on Reddit. What do you guys think? What word can we put there instead of amassed? Yeah, like a really simple one, like got more than 150,000 upvotes. Very good. For what it's worth, Mendel Weinstock Loves the Photo has gone super viral. It has blown up more than I could ever have possibly imagined, he said. I would never have guessed that it would gain this level of publicity, but I am loving it. Okay, here's another word I don't know. Publicity. It has blown up more than I ever could have possibly imagined. I never would have guessed that it would gain this level of publicity. Well, there were a lot of votes for it. Man, I'm even reading about it on an article site, News ELA. So, what do you think publicity means? Yeah, like people know about it. It's in the public eye. Awesome job. All right, you guys did an awesome job doing the Fab Four with me, but we have one more box. It's summarize. This is usually pretty easy. What happened in the story first? Good. Two siblings getting annoyed with each other, and the brother says, I'm bringing a llama to your wedding. If you don't stop talking about it, I will bring a llama to your wedding. It's the only way I'm going. Perfect. Okay, so he says he's bringing llama. What happens next? Good. 5 years later, she's going to get married, and he rents a llama, makes a tuxedo. What happens next? Good. Then he shows up at this wedding with the llama. The sister is shocked but not angry. And last, very good. He gets totally so much publicity, and it's pretty awesome. You guys did a fantastic job. I really loved that story. I thought it was very funny. So, anytime you read any type of story, a big book, a small book, an article, you can use this Fab Four. It's a great way to stop and think. I actually use this when I'm watching TV shows too. I love watching TV. So it's not just for reading stories. I stop, I think, I wonder, make predictions. You guys did a fantastic job. And I hope that one day I get to see a llama in a tuxedo at a wedding. Bye, guys.